friends, it's Jenny, and I'm getting ready to play with a sketch from round 16 of Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing every day, so I haven't really committed to being a part of the group or anything, but let's see how it goes. It's before the first of the month, so if I can get enough momentum, and I've got photos, that's not the issue. It's just you know, being able to stick to the schedule with nothing going on and things like that. But anyway, as I keep rambling, one of my plans is to look at some of my older product to use for this round. I can't guarantee I'll do that for the whole round, but I'm going to start that way. If I switch it up, I'll let you know. This first sketch is from Lisa Brooks by Life in Layouts. They are all 2-page sketches, and I'm gonna pretty much follow along as 2 pages. I've been doing more 2-page sketches lately, or you know, just 2-page layouts even, and I've really been enjoying getting so many photos on the pages. And I know my daughter appreciates those ones too, of her daughter. So this 2-page, you'll notice that across the 2 pages are strips, bannered strips. I'm thinking they're probably about 1 inch, and they're just all the way through the layout. There's a middle section of paper here, and then you've got 5 photos. This particular sketch, it has the title here on this side, and then there are a couple of spots for embellishments. Now what I notice here as well is that, so we've got this block behind our photo, so it's going to be I'm going to cut a paper 12 by 12, I'm going to cut it 6 by 6 and then lay it across the 2. But there's this little at the edge of that 6 inch, so I'll maybe cut a little, you know, 1/4 inch strip or something to go along there. We'll see. I'm going to use a white background and then just cut my strips, so you probably won't see very much of the white, but that's the plan. Let me show you what I'm going to use. So I have these photos, and they are not, unfortunately these are not landscape, they're all vertical. I'll cut them down to use them, but they are a day at the park. So I've got this photo, and then there's one with her and her dad on the swings, and then at this particular park they have different little creatures you can play on. So I've got those photos, and then the last one is just her and her dad having a good time. I have to use some Scrappin Happy Studio flair, and this is gonna glare, but these are all of a playground. Now these are more of a primary color, and I wouldn't necessarily say the collection I'm going to use isn't primary, but there's really no reds in it. So I'm going to see what I can use, and like for instance, I believe I'll be able to use the swing, although the swing is red, that's not that big of a deal. The slide here, and then maybe the rocking horse, but we'll see if I use them. I'm going to be using a very old collection from My Little Shoebox. This is from 2011, and it is called Garden Party. So I do have 2 of these sticker sheets, and as you can tell, I've used just a couple of this one, and I have an extra, so I've got 2 of those to use. Now the papers I have a couple of, nope, just the one that you do. Garden Party, My Little Shoebox. My Little Shoebox used to have these, and I'm hoping to use this maybe at some point during the 30 days. Not on this layout, but I actually pulled a couple of these that I have from My Little Shoebox out to, you know, maybe get used. My fear is that once I use it, I don't have it anymore. Isn't that crazy? I know we all think that way, or I think a great many of us do. And that's crazy. We buy the product because we love it, and we want to use pictures that we love on the product that we love, but then we don't want to use the product because we don't want to have it anymore. It's just a cycle, right? So I'm gonna try to use it all, but no guarantees. So anyway, this first one here, and you cannot get My Little Shoebox anymore, but this nice little scallop circle is called Buttercup. I have this paper called Easy Breezy, and it's a nice turquoise background, and it's got the flowers and the bumblebees and ladybugs, and the back of this is a pink and swirls that look like they're stitched. I'll hold that up, and then here's this side. Isn't this pretty? And I do have 2 of those. The next paper is called Fields Abloom, and it's just a nice yellow background with the pretty flowers, the pink flowers with the, you know, the green stems. And the back of this is just a nice turquoise dot, and I do have 2 of those. So I had considered using one of these for my middle. We'll talk about that. The next one, this is just called Blooming Trails, and it's the border strips. So I might be able to, you know, since the strips are going this way, I thought if I want to use this one, I could use this one, I could use this, you know, any of these that are not even, well, no, not the bee, maybe the ladybug. So we'll see if I can get some of these on the layout. The back of this looks like it's black with a kind of a tannish grid pattern. This next one is called Sweet as Honey, and the background is pink stripes, so it's a lighter, darker pink. You've got the same flowers. If you notice, everything looks like stitching around it. We've got our bees here and some butterflies. Super cute. And the back of this is just a green grid. This particular paper is called Busy Bee, and it's a green on green polka dot with the stitched lines and the fun bees. And the back of this is just a nice yellow chevron. This is the other one I considered cutting in half and using across the layouts. I do have 2 of those. And then I have my 2 white sheets that I'm going to be using as the background. So let me see what I'm going to do. I figure, you know, one of the 12 by 12s will be across the middle. And then basically what I can do is cut, you know, a 1-inch strip, cut 2 of them, say off this paper, and then use this side for one of the strips, this side for another. Use a couple of these strips. And what's nice about the layout, because you've got that big band in the middle, is that although I'm going to have a 12-inch strip, I can cut these in half so that it's not going to span the whole thing. We've got this one, like I said, I can cut strips off this to make one of my banners, as well as this, and that's it. But then you'll also have the pink. So it's kind of a nice variety where, you know, the backs of these were plain, where, you know, you'll have something like this going on, right, for the different stripes. And then this, and say a green stripe. So it's a really cute collection to play with for this. It's fun. It does remind me of just a day at the park. So this will be used for layout number 1. I'm going to get my pictures ready. I'm going to give an idea of how I'm going to put this together, and then I'll come back and show you maybe a work in progress or maybe the finished one, but I'll be back. Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I wanted to come back and show you my completed layout for day 1 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Now, I already introduced what papers I was going to be using. I did manage to use that big circle. So this, it does look a little bit different than the sketch. And I'm not sure where my sketch is, so I apologize. Ding dang dong. Oh well. I flipped the 2 pages. So basically, these 2 photos were supposed to be here, whereas these were supposed to be here. And the reason I flipped them was because of the way people's faces are in each one of these. And it still works. Probably most of the time spent here is all of the hand stitching I did, but well worth it. I'm pretty new at the hand stitching, so there are times when I'm a little crooked and things like that, but I like how it came out all together. Again, I used My Little Shoebox, very old collection called Garden Party, and I made these, I did the banners on each of these. It looked to me like each one of the banners had some type of gem or something on there, so I just used enamel dots. I'm gonna have to switch these. I have yellow, yellow, blue. I'm gonna have to switch that. So maybe yellow, blue, yellow. And up here I have, so I did an odd number here. This is a flare from Scrappin Happy Studio, one of the metal flares when she was first coming out with them. These are from the collection, as well as this butterfly. On page 2, we have some more flair from Scrappin Happy Studio. I have this Be Happy title, and that's from Foxbox, the Foxbox, and more ephemera that I use, and I did pop up to give it a little bit dimension. So let me give you a little bit of a closer look of each one. So here's the first one, and it's fun to do the 2 pagers when you want to get a lot of photos done, that's for sure. So this is page 1. Yeah, definitely going to switch that yellow and blue, just so they're not in the same. But I tried to use colors that were already in the photos and papers, and then here's number 2. Now again, the sketch was provided by Lisa Brooks. Lisa, I can't remember your channel's name off the top of my head, but I'll make sure everything is popped in the doobly-doo down below. But that's day 1. Like I said, I don't know how many days I'm going to participate. It'll probably all be kind of on the fly as it comes about and around. But I really liked the sketch. I had the photos I wanted to take care of. I had papers I wanted to use. And it just worked out in my time. So again, I hope you like this. Lisa, thank you for sharing your sketch. And for my friends, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.